Yo, this is part 2 of the difference between the godly and the wicked. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, I will highly recommend you listen to that before listening to this. Now it says in Proverbs chapter 12, verse 23 to 24, that the wise do not make a show of their knowledge, but fools broadcast their foolishness. Work hard and become a leader. Be lazy and become a slave. This is saying that the godly do not boast or show off because they are humble, confident, and happy within themselves and not need other people to validate them. They let their hard work and actions do the talking, while the godly show off and put on a false front because of their own insecurities to be liked by others and to make other people think that they are more important than what they actually are, which will cause them to broadcast their foolishness and to be even more ashamed. In result, the wicked's laziness and insecurities will cause them to be a slave to the world around them. Now next, in verse 25 to 26, it says, "Worry weighs a person down, but an encouraging word cheers a person up. The godly gives good advice to their friends, but the wicked lead them astray." Now, I know this is hard, but this is telling us that we should die down to worrying, as worrying itself only weighs you down and only causes pain and anxiety. Instead, you should either just take action or be still and trust the plan and process that God has for your life, as explained in Exodus chapter 14, verse 14, and Psalm chapter 37, verse 17. In addition, the godly cheer other people up because they have other people's best interests at heart, which can cause healing, and give good advice to not only their friends, but other people in general, because they're developing wisdom and understanding. While the wicked will lead people astray as they're looking at their own interests and benefits, and guide people towards the wrong direction due to their own selfishness, jealousy, or lack of wisdom and understanding. Which is why it's so important that you seek more knowledge and develop wisdom by either reading the Bible or other knowledgeable books, and by receiving information and guidance from more wiser and successful people. Now lastly, it says in verse 27 and 28 that lazy people do not cook the game they catch, but the diligent make use of everything they find. The way of the godly leads to life, that path does not lead to death. This is telling us that the wicked do not make best use of the knowledge, resources, and gifts that God has provided for them because of their own laziness, fear, lack of faith, insecurities, deceptiveness, selfishness, lack of wisdom or understanding, and negative intentions, which will lead them to death or a terrible, unfruitful, and unfulfilling life. While the godly makes best use of the gifts that God has blessed them with by gaining wisdom and understanding, being diligent, selfless, and confident within themselves, and having other people's best interests at heart, which will lead them to a new, better, more successful, and fulfilling life. So look within yourself, be truly honest with yourself, and ask yourself, which one are you? If you are trying to draw closer to God, how are you going to constantly reflect that? And how are you going to use